Welcome everyone to the Sports Bay YouTube channel. Today we are back here with another video, and we are actually doing a special video here with the football community known as the Football Lane. And joining me here is Sarthak, as you know, and we've also got Vansh and Yajas joining us. How are all of you doing?
Good, Shivam. Thank you for having us. I'm very happy to share the same platform as someone who looked up to for his work in the football lane and his work in the field of jurisprudence. That is Bunch. So yeah, I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, I mean, all of us are here. Vansh is definitely someone who I can say from personal experience will provide all of our viewers a lot of comedic relief. So this can surely be a fun video for everyone who's watching. And Sarthak, everyone knows what Sarthak is all about. He's been here speaking and representing Manchester United. Vansh, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, Shivam. Thanks for having me here. As we all know, we've been a part of the football lane from a long time, and I've always looked up to you for ball knowledge. And
That's comedic relief there for you. That's what we mean by comedic relief, and Vansh is at it. But let's just dive down into the main topic for the video. Cristiano Ronaldo completed a shocking transfer during the last days of the summer transfer window from Juventus to Manchester United. Something that all four of us were very happy to see, especially me and Yajas, who had been tracking every single journalist for the past 4 months just to see whether he was moving or not. So definitely a great experience to see him come back to Manchester United. But a lot of things haven't gone right since his return. A lot of things have. Individually, he's been good, but collectively, Manchester United have been suffering. So, before we go on to anything else, how would you sum up his return so far? Let's start with Yajas.
Okay, so I mean, look, yeah, like you said, obviously we were delighted when he left Juventus. However, even then, I think we can all say that in comparison to what we were expecting it to be, it has been rather underwhelming. And we were thinking that from last season when United finished second, now and having made signings of Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane, we could only go upwards. But that has not been the case. So yeah, I mean, look, it has been underwhelming. Obviously, I'm not going to get into comparisons with Juventus because then I mean, that's not a justification, right? But I think there are a lot of room. There's a lot of room for improvement, and yeah, things need to get better quickly. Otherwise, things could go south.
Vansh, what about you? What are your thoughts on Ronaldo's return?
see, it's individually, it has been great on a personal, but yeah, he hasn't had the team to play with. And I am a big fan of Fred, but that is only on FIFA. See, because in real life, anyone who plays a CDM in our college team is better than what Fred can do on that pitch. So yeah, I guess the team needs a new manager, someone who can do good things with this team. Yeah, that's it.
Sarthak, man, you've watched Ronaldo. You've been praying for Ronaldo to come back. You've been fantasizing about that link up between Ronaldo and Rashford, something you would want to watch, at least once in your life. You're seeing it live on TV and it's not working out. So how hard does that hit you?
See, it's very not just underwhelming, but it's rather painful to watch Cristiano Ronaldo being so happy on his return, and then the team he plays so drossly, and especially because the fans love him. They sing his name all game, but still, there's nothing much he can do. He's already doing his bit. He's our top scorer in every competition. Personally, for individually, it's been a great season for him so far, and I duly hope that it continues. But it would be underwhelming to say the least. So it's really sad.
Yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, I would rather have United play well and Ronaldo be underwhelming during the start of the season because he can always kick it up a notch like he did at Real Madrid. But to see him come in clutch so many times, waste all those clutch goals in the group stages, it kind of hurts because then you probably just know that after a point of time he's going to give up. And that's what we saw at Juventus as well last time when they went out of the Champions League. We saw a player who was completely uninspired, who just didn't want to be there, and someone who was regretting the fact that he was in Italy, didn't we? Us?
Yeah, true. Actually, you know what? I actually do think that if he starts to get a little more frustrated, like he was, like we saw towards the end of the season at Juventus, maybe that could lead to more positive changes for the club. Because essentially, I feel like United now there is. I mean, they are capable of making changes. So they have made recruitments, right? They can still attract top talent, like we saw this summer. They still can get the top managers that are going, they're seeking for the top managers. Juventus, look, the thing is, that's what I'm saying. So I just feel when we were at Juventus and when Ronaldo was frustrated, I think it was more a lost cause, because they didn't have the funds to procure the kind of players they wanted to. They were playing with a barren midfield. So I mean, look, the thing is, I think Ronaldo's had his whole fairy tale return. On an individual level, he's done what he needed to. I think there are no doubts as to whether at this age he can play in the Premier League or not. So I just feel like, yeah, maybe. I mean, look, obviously, none of us want that, right? Because we've all been fantasizing about this. This was meant to be something of a dream sort of a situation. But I mean, maybe, this is what they do need. Maybe they need Ronaldo to get a bit more demanding from the teammates, from the staff. And maybe this is what actually uh, leads to a change in the team. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, see, we all know that the Glazers value Ronaldo a lot because of his commercial value and because of what he brings into the club. But as once said, I mean, I can personally say sarcastically that he's been a big fan of Ole over the past 2 years, and we even made a small name for him, PE teacher, which we,
Huge
used
fan
to
of
throw
Ole.
around very casually. But
Yeah.
Vansh, how has your PE teacher been doing, and how long do you think they're gonna take to sack this PE teacher and get a new manager in?
See, on a personal level, I don't think Ole is the problem. The problem is Ronaldo. You see, if it was not for him, he would have been sacked up till now. So yeah, I've seen many videos on YouTube saying that
That's a fair
Ronaldo
point.
Ronaldo is the problem. Ronaldo is the problem. And I don't know why they like explain it to me tactically. Like if you put a player here, if there's a midfielder playing, I don't know. The simple problem according to me is he's scoring the goals. And if it was not for him, Ole would have been sacked. They would have gotten Conte or Zidane, and the problem would have been solved. See, don't I have a point here?
He has a very fair point. Maybe Ronaldo is holding United back after all. But, that's a discussion for another day. But see, as I said, comedic relief. Once is here at it with comedic relief. But another thing which we expected was that Portugal is having one of the best squads in its era right now.
Mm.
And they're going to have to go through the playoffs to qualify for the World Cup. Something very unexpected for all of us. Sarthak, what are your thoughts on Portugal going through the playoffs?
Same issue that Ronaldo has at United, I guess. The weird manager player issue. See, Ronaldo is such a big player and at such a stage at his career that he can't be cribbing about not having the players and all. He has the what is it, the shoulders to carry not just his club but his country, which has been doing for like past 15 years. He's going to score, as once said. That may be the problem, but it is true. He's going to score. He's going to perform. He's not going to hide around and blame all the others that some other players tend to do, but he doesn't. So it's unfortunate for him, unfortunate for every football fan if he doesn't qualify, but I do hope he does.
And it'll be very unfortunate for me and Yajas. It'll be like a stamp on 2022 as an year ruined no matter what happens if Portugal don't make it to the World Cup.
Look, true. I mean, I'm still hopeful that they do qualify. However, I mean, we should have never been in this place. Now it's pretty much a gamble. Anything can happen from here on. We are basically essentially we have a semi-final and then a final. Look, the thing is, I feel again like you said, right? So I think it essentially boils down to the manager. Santos, look what he did in 2016. It's remarkable, right? And back then, even the team was not of the same stature as it is today. But the thing is, today with a star-studded team with all the players who are playing at the top level in the top leagues, we cannot have a manager who is playing the brand of football that Santos is, right? We saw in Euros, for example, the first half. Basically, essentially, we do not need to have we should not be reliant on Ronaldo to produce magic moments every match to actually win us matches by a 1 or a 2 goal margin. We saw in the start of the Euros, for example, how he was starting with Carvalho and Danilo, right, who are two such mobile players, are not very technically gifted. I mean, look, all that worked in 2016, right? Kudos to him. And that time, maybe we do not have much better alternatives. But with the team that we have at our disposal, with the Portugal have, I do not think. I think, I mean, there needs to be a change in terms of managerial staff.
One of the major issues has also been that Ronaldo is constantly backing Fernando Santos. I was told that there have been talks between the Portuguese Federation that they want to sack Santos and they want him to walk away before the playoffs. But Santos is very adamant on the fact that I will not leave this team. And if you do want me gone, then you need to pay me my compensation package of 6 million, which is a lot for the Portuguese Federation. And Cristiano Ronaldo has backed him in front of the federation to get them through to the World Cup. And just yesterday, he came out in the media and he said that, I don't play outdated football. Whatever you guys say about my football is wrong. And Ronaldo believes in me and I believe in Ronaldo. And if we don't make it to the World Cup, then I'll walk away. I wouldn't need to be sacked. I'll just walk away. The only problem which I have with that is if you don't make it to the World Cup, you've already caused the biggest blunder in Portugal's history. What is the use of you walking away then? If you think
You
that you
know,
can't do it, just walk away right now.
Exactly. I think you were talking about the situation being the same. I think Sars mentioned with United and Portugal. I think you can draw another parallel here, right? So basically, essentially, what when we discuss Ole, what we are saying is that the board will sack him. We are already pretty much. I mean, like now, let's face it, United are not going to win the league, and they're already out of the Carabao Cup, right? Now, what we are saying is that let's wait for us to actually get disqualified from the Champions League as well. Once we're out of the tournament, that is when Ole will leave. That the point is essentially when you realize that you're not going to make it, then why not just sack the manager at the time? Why do you want to wait for the damage to be already done? Why do you want to wait for you to be out of all the tournaments and not being able to compete for anything, for to actually make a change? So I think, yeah, that doesn't help anyone, if he leaves after Portugal have not qualified for the World Cup. And I don't know what to make of this Ronaldo backing him, because even when Sari and all were there, I remember he used to come out and say that, yeah, he's a good manager. But now you're saying that he's talked to the federation, so maybe, it is more authentic. But it was there for all of us to see, right, after the match, how he was moaning at Santos when he came to shake his hand, and he was frustrated with him as well. So yeah.
Really depends. Vansh, any final thoughts before we end this segment of the video
On Portugal?
on Portugal or Manchester United, whatever? Any concluding thoughts that you have?
Yeah, I have the same thoughts. Like for Manchester, Ronaldo just has a 2 plus 1 year contract, and if you waste a year, then you just have 1 year left on his contract. And I don't think any other manager would take up that. So, because with if a new manager comes in like Zidane or someone, he'll just have 1 year to do what he can do with Ronaldo, right? So why would he take that risk coming into a new league which he's never been a part of, and then ruining what he had at Madrid? He had already tried it once at Madrid without Ronaldo. I don't think he'll try it again here with United. So the board needs to do what it needs to do as soon as possible.
So I guess that's that for this segment of the video. Thank you for joining us, all three of you. A really pleasant discussion regarding Ronaldo, and we hope to have you again on our channel. And for all the viewers, please do try and visit their Instagram page, The Football Lane, and do follow them on Twitter. They're an amazing community. I've been a part of the community, I can assure you that. And as for us, please do follow the channel. Please like and subscribe. And till then, we'll see you next time.